Hey everybody, straight the boat on, back again, trying to do some good work for everybody, trying to spread the good news, Jesus Christ. And I was thinking, about all the bad things that's been going on in the world, uh, terrible things, all the um, people fighting, everybody being, just in constant turmoil. There's a lot of bad things going on in the world today. And, and I just want to do a little good. That's all I'm trying to do is a little good, try to help people. That's all this is about. And the reason why I do this is because, I'm not one to push anything on anybody. But what I want to do is I want to try to help people. There's so many lost souls out here that's just looking for answers. And if I can help just one person, if I can help a million, that would be even better. That'd be great. But right now in this world, we are not wrestling against flesh and blood. No, no, we are fighting against principalities, against the powers of the ruler of this world, who is sad to say, but the prince of darkness, and that is Satan. Um, and the worst part is um, he's him and his cronies have well, he has manipulated his way into our society over many years, and now he's gotten into high places. And what I mean by high places is I'm talking about uh, into our government and agencies, into our FBI, into our military, into other countries' governments. I mean, he has literally taken almost over. I mean, he is definitely taken over Hollywood, all these TV shows that you watch, movies, things that used to be completely unacceptable in our society just 10 years ago is almost like it's, well, basically what I'm trying to get at is what once used to be good has become bad, and what used to be bad has become good. It's like a complete shift has happened, and he is definitely in high places in every aspect. Look, guys, I'm here to tell you that there's evil everywhere. It's even in our churches. These TV evangelists are they are almost working for Satan himself. Talk money. They just talk about money and power and what they can gain. Financially. It ain't about financial gain. You know, Christianity has nothing to do with financial gain whatsoever. Okay? Jesus Christ wants everyone to love everyone. Jesus does not look down on anybody from rich to poor. Okay? It don't matter who you are. It don't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what gender you are. It doesn't matter what sexual preference you are. at the time. All that matters is you find Jesus Christ, okay? That is the main goal. That is what the goal is. Look, Satan has become so powerful. He has manipulated the minds of, he will manipulate the mind of anyone that he can manipulate. I mean, he's gotten into Hollywood. He's gotten into our music. I mean, our children are looking up to people who are violent, people who are claiming things that aren't even really true, and they believe it. They believe these lies that Satan wants to tell us. He wants to keep this racism rhetoric alive. He wants to keep white people and black people and any other race that he can keep at each other's throats. That's what he wants to do. He wants to keep us angry, because that's what demons feed on, is anger, hate, greed, just whatever that they can grasp. That's what they get. That's what they go for. So of course that's what they're going to do. They're going to use anybody that will let them, the weak-minded people. Not just weak-minded people. I'm not saying that, but people who have never given Jesus a chance. People who say, you know what, that's all a bunch of BS. There is no God. That Jesus didn't exist, and if he did, he was just some type of ordinary man that knew how to do some magic or whatever he wants you to believe. These type of people they're going to use, and he's definitely going to use anybody who is a public figure or that's high up, who he can manipulate to make everyone believe that God is not real. Okay? That's what he's doing right now. And Jesus taught that this would happen. He taught that Christians would be persecuted. Look, the United States is and was and always will be a Christian nation if we choose it to be, okay? But right now, the Bible talks about it, we are in the beginning of the end right now, okay? But the only reason why we're in the beginning of the end is because we are allowing this to be, okay? And what I mean by that is no one knows the time. No one knows the time or the day, the hour, the minute, the second that Jesus Christ will come back. But he is going to come back. He is coming back, okay? And he's coming back whether you believe he's coming back or not. He's coming back whether you believe it. Okay? If you look, there's demons that walk this earth. Whether you believe it or not, there are demons that walk this planet. Okay? And right now, the Bible talks about the great falling away. And this is before the last book of the Bible, which is Revelations, okay? And the great falling away is when people stop believing in God and start believing in science. There's a lot of people who are believing in science. Now you think someone wrote he wrote the book, John wrote the book of Revelations 2,000 years ago, okay? Now you want some proof that Jesus existed or God exists. Well, enough proof is right there in Revelations. I mean, John spoke about people, a one world government. Okay, if you want proof, look at, in the time that he lived, in 2,000 years ago, just getting to the next town over was sometimes a week trip. Okay, Now we're talking about the entire world. The entire world to them. The world to us is not that big. You know, we can get in a plane and fly. You know, we can call on our phone. We can watch a movie from China. We can do whatever we want. You know, very, very quickly. And he talks about that, okay? And he talks about a one world government. 2,000 years ago, a one world government seemed like an impossibility because, like I said, it would take a week to go to the next town over and back sometimes. Okay? So for someone to speak of this, a one world government, that's like mind blowing, okay? And he spoke of this. And the great falling away, people not believing in God, that is one of the first signs that the end is near, that the time of tribulation is upon us, okay? We're in this period, but we could stop it. The more people that believe in God, that stop, if we can stop people from falling away from God, maybe we can have a few more years. But it doesn't matter to me. I'm ready to go. I've got my golden ticket. I'm going to heaven. I'm ready to go. But I want to take as many people with me to heaven. You know? Just like Satan wants to take as many people with him to hell. You know, it's pretty bad. I was reading comments on YouTube just the other day, and people were saying that, you know what, they had sympathy for Satan, and that Satan, if it wasn't for Satan, we wouldn't know the things that we know. That Satan was the one; he was the great revealer. You know, he was the one who told Eve to eat the apple that she wouldn't die. But the fact was, she did die. Okay, she didn't die right then, but she did die. You know, and you know, Satan is a liar. That's all he does is lie, and he manipulates, okay? That's all he wants to do. He didn't want to help us. You think that, look, first of all, we wouldn't know anything whether Satan told us or not if it wasn't for God, because we would have never been created, okay? Our Father in heaven created us, and he loves us. He loves each and every one of us. It doesn't matter, like I said, it doesn't matter where you're from, what color you are, what gender you are. It doesn't matter. He loves us all, and he wants each and every one of us to have a relationship with Jesus Christ, okay? Like I said, we are in the great falling away before the tribulation. And once we get to the tribulation period, that's it. I mean, you know, that's when that's the battle. That's we're going to live through this, okay? Okay, and you know, you want to be on Jesus' side. You don't want to take the mark of the beast, you know. And in that time, when we get to that point of the tribulation time that Revelation speaks of, you're going to have a choice. You take the mark of the beast, or you're pretty much exiled. You are exiled, okay? And the mark of the beast, what I believe is going to be just, they said there will be no money. You won't be able to buy anything. You won't be able to trade anything. All these things. Well, it's going to be basically, it said it's going to be in the right hand or the forehead. Well, I believe it's just going to be a chip that's going to read. There will be no more cash. So without that chip, that chip, you won't have any funds. You won't have any money. Everything's going to be right there on that chip. Your ID, your social security number, your driver's license, everything, birth certificate, everything, your money, everything's going to be right there on that chip, so that everybody is in the system. Everybody's in the system. And who wants to be right in the system? I mean, your face, your every hair on your head is going to be basically in a computer system. Is that what we want? And you want more proof? Well, John also spoke of exactly that, being able to see the image all over the world of Satan, which is the Antichrist. The Antichrist will be able to be seen. The image, he says, the image of the Antichrist will be able to be seen in every home by everybody in the world simultaneously. Now think of that. Think of that again. Once again, we're talking about a man from 2,000 years ago wrote this. Now, how this man probably had never even been to the next country over in his life. Okay? And if he had, that was a heck of a trip. Okay? So we're talking about a man that's never seen any technology, don't know anything about technology, but he was told, he was shown by the Heavenly Father that these things that are going to come that are going to come to pass when it's the time, the end of time. And what he was seeing was our telephones, our iPads, our tablets, our televisions, our computers, whatever gadget that we may have, we can all see the same image at the same time. Now, that's what he's talking about. The mark of the beast. Saying that without it, you won't be able to buy anything. You won't be able to. Back then, they didn't buy things. They didn't do things. They didn't use money. They bartered. So, to him, that's, he's just telling what he's seeing. He's thinking, what is this? What could this possibly be that we won't be able to buy or sell or trade or eat or anything without this thing, this mark? I mean, how is that possible? But that's what he was talking about. So right now we are in what is called the falling away. We're falling away from God, okay? And, it's where less and less people believe in God, And you see it. You know it. Everybody sees it. Every time you see something, some scientist or something trying to prove God doesn't exist, there's, so many, scientists and these philosophers or whatever you want to call them. They're trying to disprove God. Technology. They want to say that that we're not even real. There's even people now saying, we're living in some kind of simulation. We're not living in a simulation. We were created by God. We are flesh and blood, but we're not battling flesh and blood. Like I said, we're battling principalities right now. We're battling demons. We're battling spirit. We're in a spiritual battle. Things that we can't see. Okay? I don't know what the rules is about pointing other channels out, but I'm going to tell you, Truth Shock TV is one of the greatest YouTube channels that I've watched, and I tell you what, they go in depth. The people that are running that channel are some really good folks. They break it down really well. I didn't really mean to run in so much. I had a lot more things to talk about, but we as Christians, we must teach. We must try to reach as many people as we can to let people know that Jesus is King. We have to let people know Jesus is King. Look, it says in the end days that even the most elite will be fooled. Okay? even the most elite will be fooled, okay? This whole Mandela effect thing that people are talking about, where things are changing. You know, God spoke of this, that things would change. Things will change right before our eyes, right before the end. Things have changed. You know, a lot of people don't believe it, but trust me, it's happening. It's even happening in our Bibles. They are scriptures being changed in the King James Bible. The ones that are in our homes. It's manifested evil changing the Bibles that are even in our homes. Look it up. Look it up. Mandela effect is what they call it. But I'm going to tell you right now, that's just all the other changes in the world that are happening mean nothing. But the changes that are happening in the Bible, those are the things that change, that mean something. And you know, it's just tricks by Satan. Don't be led astray by Satan. Right now, he is put in full throttle. Keep prayed up. Keep prayed up. Keep your lamp oil filled at all times. Read your Bible. You know what I'm talking about. Don't let your guard down. And, you know, we're not far. We're not far. We're getting very close. And I promise you we are, because, I mean, you know, there's Christians being persecuted all over the world right now. And that's exactly what, you know, Jesus spoke about this. It spoke about in Revelations that in the end times that Christians will be hated for loving Jesus Christ. They'll be hated for his name's sake. So, you know, pray up, stay prayed up, pray every day, and gain a relationship with Jesus Christ right now. Because if you don't gain this relationship with Jesus Christ right now, you may not be able to hear it. Because it says also in the end times that God, one of the plagues is going to be that the word of God, people will search near and far and will not be able to find it. Because when the time comes, it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. And if you take the mark of the beast, it's too late for you. Don't let Satan win. Do not let him trick you into losing your soul. I love you guys. Keep the faith. Learn as much as possible. Jesus Christ is King. Okay? No doubt about it. Don't let anyone tell you any different. Okay? I love you guys. I'll see you next time. I'm out.